October 19th, 2019. Singer-songwriter Glenn Danzig, bassist Jerry Only, and guitarist Doyle Wolfgang Von Frankenstein, with ex-Slayer drummer Dave Lombardo and guitarist Acey Slade, formerly of Joan Jett's Blackhearts, headlined NYC's Madison Square Garden over 90s punk heroes Rancid and OG late 70s Brit-punks the Damned. The sold-out pre-Halloween celebration was a triumph on two levels. First, it would have been unthinkable in 1977 for any punk band to pack MSG, let alone headline it. And second, this was essentially the lineup that made classic LPs such as Walk Among Us and Earth AD, give or take a drummer or two and the second guitarist edition, thereby settling 30 years of acrimony and litigation. The Misfits originally resembled a Ramones steeped in hours of Midnight Creature feature reruns and moldering EC comics. Their early 45 RPM rippers, especially Horror Business and Teenagers from Mars, were some of the best of US punk's second wave. Hardcore's acceleration of tempo and aggression gripped their debut LP, Walk Among Us, without sacrificing the well-crafted melodic tunes Danzig was writing. The thrashaholic core fest that was Earth AD was surely the record that had everyone from Metallica to Norwegian death metalers proclaiming the Misfits to be an influence. But the total package aspects of the band, look, stage show, graphic presentation, were surely noticed by 2000s garage acts such as the White Stripes and the Hives. For listeners that may have seen the iconic band logo, but not heard the glorious music, we've got you. The essential Misfits canon can be summarized in the following LPs. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to APTV and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video. And check out the link in the description to the Spotify playlist featuring songs from these albums on this list. 5 essential Misfits albums that practically defined punk. Number 1, Walk Among Us. Honestly, this is the LP from where much of the legend derives. Having been issued by Slash Records subsidiary Ruby, it gained broader distribution than previous releases from the band's in-house Plan 9 Records. Light-speed tempos had yet to take a grip on the band, save for exceptions such as All Hell Breaks Loose. Hence, this mostly hews to fairly Ramonic time signatures. This is certainly the best recorded and produced of the early Misfits records, with some of Danzig's catchiest, strongest songs. Hate Breeders, I Turned Into a Martian, Astro Zombies. Number 2, Static Age. We're all blue from projection tubes. Danzig snarls from the title track, one of many bits of self-criticism involving the saturation TV viewing the band Danzig only, guitarist Franche Coma, and drummer Mr. Jim admittedly enjoyed. The 17 raw, crude tracks were byproducts of recording time awarded in a legal settlement with a Mercury Records subsidiary. The label issued Per Ubu Records under the name Danzig used to release the Misfits' debut Cough/Cool 45 Blank Records. In late 1978, Coma and Mr. Jim left during a Canadian tour and the planned full-length album was scrapped. The John F. Kennedy assassination riff Bullet, We Are 138, Attitude, and Hollywood Babylon were cannibalized for the Bullet single and the later Beware EP. Teenagers from Mars would be recut for the Horror Business 45, and several other tracks would get reworked for the Legacy of Brutality Odds and Sods collection. The corrosive guitar sound that became the Misfits' trademark is firmly in place. Though the horror and trash themes aren't quite fully established, they grip much of this material. When finally issued in its complete form in 1996, Static Age was a revelation, a wholly realized work that had many wondering why it took so long to see the day's light. Number 3, Earth AD. Also titled Wolf's Blood, this is fully the Misfits hardcore record. Every single track breaks the land speed record and sets new ones. The production is thick and funereal. Only's bass tone resembles a cement mixer. Doyle lays down masses of guitar overdubs, overdriving a chorus unit on each one. The result is a massive wash of stereo distortion crashing down on Danzig's howling head. Black Flag's damaged-era drummer Robo slams the skins, and classic SST Records producer Spot mans the tape deck and mixing board. The Mad Mark Rude cover art looks like rudimentary penized Nick Blinko doing one of his schizophrenic speed doodles for EC Comics. Earth AD features some of Danzig's best compositions, including a studio version of Mommy, Can I Go Out and Kill Tonight? The more mid-tempo Die Die My Darling, at least on reissues, and Green Hell, as later covered by Metallica. Number 4 and 5, Collection 1 and Collection 2. Do you need these two comps? After all, Earth AD's entirety, for all intents and purposes, is reprised across these two discs, alongside select Walk Among Us highlights on Collection 1. But the meat of this duo is all the early singles and EPs presented in one place. The entirety of the Horror Business and Beware EPs, the debut 45 Cough/Cool, albeit with only the original drums used and Danzig replacing the electric piano with his electric guitar and additional drum machine, and even the cover of Alan Sherman's Rat Fink, used on the Night of the Living Dead EP. These 5 releases represent the meat of the Misfits.